Alright, welcome back, my charming conspirators. This is the horror game Death Mark 2. Just finished chapter 6 in the last video. We're trying to avenge Michiho's death now. Let's just get into this. This song is... Good morning. Why was she singing to me? Morning. Did you get some good sleep? No, I was just spacing out. I couldn't sleep at all. Yeah, poor Michiho. I'd actually be more surprised if you could, given what happened. I know, right? Oh yeah, are you hungry? I made a light breakfast using the stuff I found in your kitchen. Sorry for not asking you first. Eat it? Or I have no appetite. I kind of feel like she's trying to poison me, not gonna lie. I'm gonna say I have no appetite. Thanks, but I don't really have any appetite. Come on, you need to get some nutrients. Don't you know how important it is to have stamina to do basically everything? I eat brunch together with Doryu. Okay, so apparently I had to eat no matter what. I thought she was trying to poison me. I've been in very bad shape due to a combination of lack of sleep and fatigue. Even chewing this food is a chore for me, but I managed for Doryu. And lastly, I forced myself to gulp down some coffee. Doryu stayed in the guest room last night. I figured things would turn out bad if she wasn't at her dorm in the morning. When I asked her about it, she said she'd already received permission to stay out by lying that one of her relatives had collapsed. It's a lie that only someone who had the trust of the dorm manager would be able to get away with. By the way, yesterday you said you found an old book in the clock tower. What happened to that book? Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I pick up the old book that's been sitting on my desk. Oh, good. I thought we would have lost it or something. It's just an ordinary book written in ordinary black letters. There's no signs of the word kill in bright red text like I saw yesterday. Must have been another one of the Departed'S illusions just for me. Can you read it? I can skim through it, but it'll be hard for me to fully understand without time and research. But it's related to the Departed, so we've got no choice but to read it, right? Shall we try our best to decipher it? My grades in classic literature are pretty good. I'm confident I can be of some help. Let's give it a shot, then. Doryu and I put our heads together and try to make some sense out of that old book. However, my addled and wearied mind is unable to focus, and I don't feel like I'm making much progress. I bet Doryu is feeling the same. She almost dozes off in her seat. Despite our less than stellar efforts, we managed to learn some new things. In the past, M-Town apparently used to worship two gods. The first one was Lord Mushigami, who is mentioned in the local lore, and the other was Lord Kabigami? I guess. Furthermore, M-Town had a special wedding ceremony tied to those two gods. And the name of that ceremony was the Departed'S Wedding. Alright guys, Chapter 7, The Departed'S Wedding. Let's get it. This damn spirit has been trying to marry us since episode 1. I look at the clock and realize it's already evening. Out of the blue, my phone rings. We need to send Ita a picture of this book. Maybe he can translate it for us. Pangs of guilt hit me and I hesitate to pick up the phone. Maybe it's the police, who knows. Maybe Michiho's body was found and the cops received a report. Someone might have seen us together when we were heading to M Shop Town. Are you not going to pick it up? No, I will. I have no choice but to face the music. That'd be crazy if it was actually like a Michiho and she wasn't really dead. Hello? Ah, damn, I was hoping it was going to be Michiho and that we were just, like, hallucinating the whole thing. It's me, Kano. Come to the school immediately. I will brook no disagreement. That's an order from your client. Kano's strong words are matched by an unusually strong, assertive tone of voice. Sure thing. That's quite sudden, though. Can you at least tell me what's so important? I believe you must already have an idea. It's about Kanikiwa. Crap. I can feel my heart pounding loudly. Kanikiwa? I'd like to hear the details directly from you. I'll be waiting here. Make it quick. So they either found the body or someone took a photo of us when we went to M-Town. One of the two. Mr. Villain, you look really pale. The headmaster wants to talk about Michiho with me. What? You're kidding. But how? Her corpse should have disappeared. I'll be going to Konoehara Academy. Then I will also. You stay here, Doryu. The situation will only get worse if you show up at the school when you're supposed to be staying at your ill relative's place today. Understood. Be very careful, Mr. Villain. I drag my exhausted body to the garage. Crap, what should I do? Maybe I fooled Doryu, but the moment Mr. Kano said the name Kanikiwa, my body's been trembling. Calm your ass down, elegant villain. You don't know what's gonna happen. Keep your head in the game. Yes, let's take a deep breath. I slide in the car and take another deep breath, and then I slowly turn the ignition key. The chime rings when I arrive at Konoehara Academy. It seems like I arrived just as class ended. The school looks the same as always, with no cops or media in sight. Which means her corpse hasn't been found yet. Why does Mr. Kano want to talk to me about Michiho, then? What was that? What was what? With classes having just ended, students begin to exit the new building. However, everyone looks exhausted. I don't feel any of the usual joy that you'd expect from students at the end of the school day. But more disturbing than that, strange-looking apparitions are roaming around the school. Yo, what the hell are those? Nobody has noticed their presence, though. I doubt they can even see them. The number of apparitions I can count is roughly equal to the number of students. It's not just one or two. And the apparitions all look the same, like a spirit with giant insectoid legs and a human face. The spirits are simply clinging to the students without doing anything. Though I have a feeling that they must be the reason the students look so pale and lethargic. I can understand that they're being possessed by these spirits, but why is it happening now all of a sudden? Somehow I managed to restrain myself from making any surprise noises. Attracting attention here will only make me look suspicious. First of all, I need to get an idea what the situation is. What in the world? All the students and teachers I passed on my way to the infirmary, every single one of them had a spirit clinging to their back. Wait, is it the same for me too? I walk toward the wash basin in the corner of the infirmary, and when I look into the mirror, There are no spirits clinging to my back. I thought for sure there was going to be one like piggyback riding me. I'm the only one who doesn't have one. Is this also the Departed's doing? What should I do? My mind becomes a swirling miasma of confused thoughts and muddled emotions. Even if I were to try and explain the situation to them, I'm the only one who can see these spirits, so nobody would ever believe me. Crap. This is bad. I'm completely out of ideas. But staying here is pointless. I should make a move. Mr. Kano is waiting for me in the faculty room. May as well get this over with. So I want to see... Do I have any other things? Because now that I got 7 of those... No, they're all still the same thing. What was this one again? Maybe we should just do this. Reduce 3 damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to upgrade... Reduce 3 action... I want to see what was the other one. Increases success rate. Yeah, we want that one. Is there anybody here? There's no one... Okay. I was just making sure. I bet you anything frickin' Sakamoto was spying on us and took a picture of me in Michiho at the M-Town. When I enter the faculty room, Mr. Kano's already there with an exhausted look on his face. There's a spirit clinging to his back, though he doesn't seem to notice it either. Damn, look at that. You finally arrived. Let's get on with it already. My body's feeling even more leading than it was yesterday. I do recall that he mentioned feeling worn down yesterday as well. If this fatigue is being caused by these vengeful spirits, that means he may have already been possessed back then. Does the fact that I can see these spirits mean that the departed is getting even stronger? What's wrong? You seem like you're not quite looking at me. No, nothing. There are things he's better off not knowing. I'll just keep this quiet and not alarm him any more than I need to. So what's this about Kanikiwa? Oh, right. She left the dorm yesterday and hasn't returned. Do you happen to know anything about that? Don't know. Well, I've got no idea what happened to her. After the promise I made with Doryu, this is the only way I can possibly respond. Alright. Just remember, if you cause some sort of incident, it will reflect poorly upon me as well, since I'm the one who hired you. But this is a matter of the student's safety we're talking about here. If you're hiding something from me, I won't forgive you. Okay. Should I be honest with him since it involves Michiho's safety? Even if I was, though, it's too late already. Telling him wouldn't help anyone's safety. If you truly don't know anything about it, then we'll handle it from here. I suppose we should contact her family. These types of situations are frankly a struggle without Sakamoto around to handle them. Is Miss Sakamoto not here today? Yes, and she didn't even call in. It is very unlike her. I wouldn't say anything if she just weren't feeling well. Everyone falls ill sometimes. But her absence has been troubling me since I found this thing on my desk. Here, read it. He hands me 5 sheets of paper bundled together with a paperclip. It looks like a write-up to me. Ugh. As soon as I read the first page, I groan. This is basically a formalized complaint against Elegant Villain, the temporary teacher. The paper is a laundry list of reasons why I'm unfit to be a teacher at this hallowed institution. And to no one's surprise, my unnatural close relationship with 2 members of the student council is primary concern. Who cares about all that? Read the last page. What's this now? The 5th page is different from the others. The other pages were written with a stern, diligent hand, but this page is inked with sloppy, disconcerting handwriting. The voice keeps ringing in my mind. They keep calling and calling, and they don't stop. I will soon die, die, die. There is only one way to save my life. Go to the small room deep in the darkness. Goodness at long last. Fox, Mushigami, Kabigami. What the hell is this? Mushigami and Kabigami. It's the names of the two gods mentioned in the M-Town book. This can't be a coincidence. How could Sakamoto have written this? A voice echoing in their head, guiding them a step closer to death. It reminds me of something. That's right, Azumi said something similar before he died. But it's too late now. I messed up. The departed hates me. I keep hearing a voice saying die, die, die in my head. I've got no time left. I don't want to die. I'll definitely kill Hanako at the music room. Perhaps Sakamoto is also being targeted by the departed. But why would Sakamoto... Why, you're asking? Don't you even realize it? You keep asking why, always why. Isn't it your entire job to investigate that? It's because of your slowness and competence that we have these mounting casualties. Mr. Kano raises his voice and glowers at me. Such a normally minded, mild-mannered person lashing out that much. Is this because of the curse, or is he just that stressed? People's lives are at stake here. We've had students perish already. Don't use your unprofessionalism as an excuse. Results are all that matter. It's entirely your fault that things have turned out this way. Have I made myself clear, villain? What's the point of apologizing here? Mr. Kano lets out a sigh and his shoulders droop. My grandfather founded this school. I must protect it. I've been working so hard to do that. My heart feels like it's breaking now. Mr. Kano, the only thing I desire now is your report telling me that this case has been resolved. I don't want to fritter away any more time having this conversation. You are dismissed, villain. Alright, so where do we go now? The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. As much as I want to inspect the clock tower, the door is locked in the evening. I'll wait in the infirmary until the sun sets. I go back to the infirmary and wait until nightfall. It's time to head out. Will the door to the clock tower be open? Who the hell's this? A knock? Who's here at this hour? Watch it be Doryu. It is Doryu! Oh man, she's got a spirit on her back though too. Mr. Villain. Doryu enters the room, a spirit clinging to her back. That wasn't there back at Kujo Mansion. Did it appear once she came to Konoehara Academy, or is it because of the time? More mysteries are piling up and none of them are being solved. Why are you here, Doryu? Yeah, how the hell did you get here? I snuck in since I thought you'd be the only one here at this time. I'm a real delinquent now. Why did you come here? You're going to go to the clock tower, right? I'll tag along. No, I can't let you. I am not going to have a repeat of what happened to Michiho. I didn't ask for your permission. I'm tagging along whether you like it or not. This incident isn't just about you, it's also affecting me. Doryu. Okay. Maybe we should talk with her first. We're going to the clock tower, right? Yeah, but there's something I need to check first. How are you feeling, Doryu? My body feels somewhat heavy. Maybe it's from the lack of sleep. But it's fine. I can go. I'll make sure I won't hold you back. Fine. Don't push yourself too hard, though. Let's keep quiet about the vengeful spirit. It's not like we can do anything about it anyway. So I find myself here once again. A clock tower with a clock that has stopped moving. Inside this tower, Michiho is... Let's go, Mr. Villain. Yeah. The door's half opened. That means we can go inside. Makes me feel like this is the Departed's work. Are you sure about this, Doryu? I can hear the sounds of Doryu trying to steal herself. What's going through her mind right now? Tension, or is it fear? In any case, her gaze is fixed forward. I'm ready. Alright, let's go. Ugh. There's no trace of Michiho's corpse in the clock tower. There's nothing left on the floor. There's neither traces of blood nor the giant insects. Mr. Villain, I knew it. The Departed disposed of her corpse. I guess so, yeah. Michiho. Stumbling on her feet, Doryu walks toward the area where Michiho collapsed. She then turns around to me and begins to speak. Michiho was the best friend I ever had. She might have seemed selfish to you, but she was actually a really caring person. Even when she decided to be the student council vice president, she only did it to help me out. She didn't even really want to be a student council member. Were you two friends for a long time? Yes, we were friends even before we entered kindergarten. Our parents are close. Both of us are only children, so we became friends quickly. Because both of us wanted to have siblings, we often played sisters. I'd play the stubborn, fussy older sister, while she'd be the sloppy yet kind younger sister. She continues rambling until her voice gradually fades. I bet even Doryu herself has no idea what she's saying right now. It's not the time for action, it's time to just be there for her and listen. I nod silently. I shared everything with Michiho. My hobbies, future dreams, the troubles I hid from other people, even my crush. Listen to me, Mr. Villain. Michiho loved you? What? Did you realize her feelings? I knew it. She's usually pretty direct when it comes to showing her feelings. It's only been a few weeks since we first met. Time is irrelevant. It's all about the event that made her fall for you. What event? Didn't you compliment her hair before? She believed it was fate, that there was someone who could see our curse, other than the two of us. But I'm a teacher and she's a student. So, you think that's weird? Yeah, it's not very common. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. 5 years ago at this school, there was a tragic love story between a teacher and his students. She must be referring to Rei Kashima and Sasuke Hiros from the art club. She probably heard it from Michiho. Love can bloom regardless of your situation. It doesn't matter whether the love is accepted or not. Love, huh? I might be insensitive at times, but I think I understand the kind of love Doryu is talking about. It's a feeling young girls often consider precious. However, I am an adult and a teacher, albeit a temporary one. Though they might think they have adult feelings, Michiho and Doryu are children at the end of the day. It's my responsibility to keep them that way. I can't accept those feelings, Doryu. Is that so? Hee hee, I'm relieved to hear that. You're still the same as ever. A teacher who harbors romantic feelings for their students is the worst. Doryu gives me a mischievous smile. Was this some kind of test? It's not like I want you to accept her feelings. I just want you to recognize Michiho's love. I think that's what she'd want too. Doryu, her love remained a bud until the end. It never had a chance to bloom. But now that you finally realize her feelings, I believe maybe her soul can rest a bit easier. Thank you, Mr. Villain. What are we gonna do now? Find out who the Departed is, obviously. In order to do that, we need to decipher the old book we found here. So let's go back to the infirmary. I'm sure we can decipher it if we both give it our best. It's not like we have a choice anyway. However, even with both of us, it'll take some time to decipher the content of the book. I wish there was a better way to do this. So what was the point of even coming back here? Just to confirm that her body was gone? I might check these other areas really quick, just to be sure. Yeah, there is something here. I open the door and inspect other spots beside the upper shelf where the old books are stored. Everything is basically junk, like a moldy mirror, a white mask, and some worm-eaten fabric. If only they'd been preserved properly, they might have been valuable antiques. Now, see? I find a familiar item among the junk. I've got that tooth. Got him! I actually am debating if I want to check all the floors again. A mannequin without limbs. Okay, that's nothing. I'm gonna go up. Oh, she's coming with me. Yeah, see? By the way, Doryu, you said you and Michiho saw an altar where the doll was placed in the clock tower, right? But I don't see an altar anywhere. Yes, I'm surprised myself. There was definitely an altar when we came here. This is strange. Were they hallucinating or something? I don't think that's the case because the altar was also mentioned in the school newspaper. It's absurd to think that they were all hallucinating. In that case, it may have been something caused by the departed. No one knows which is the real clock tower. The clock tower we're in now, or the one you saw before, with the altar. Either that or the altar was just moved. I used the item inside here too. Mr. Villain, you have to focus on your investigation or else we will fail. Yeah, I know. There's a small item lying in the corner of the box. I told you! I told you! This is why we explore. Gonna get me that soul power. Alright. So... yeah, let's just go back to the... let's fast travel to the infirmary. Because now we can upgrade with that last item. Hey, villain. Familiar voice greets me when I enter the infirmary. Oh, it's Mashida. So you're actually here, huh? I was wondering what happened to this bro. Credit where credit is due. You were right, hag. Yasoka's here too. Haha, you can always trust my intuition. Mashida, Yasoka... I called Kujo Mansion, but no one answered. I got worried, villain. You really caused us trouble. I can see spirits on their backs too. Are these spirits attaching themselves to everyone who enters school grounds? Not just to those who attend Konoehara Academy. Judging by the awful look on your face, something must have happened. Spill it now. About that. Don't do that, Mr. Villain. If you tell them, you'll... You must be Doryu, the student council president. Please trust us. Villain is our friend. We won't betray him. Villain is already a jumbled pile of misdemeanors. Trespassing, theft, traffic violations, some more theft. I can't count them all on my fingers. I'm not going to be surprised by anything that comes out of his damn mouth, so stop wasting my time and spit it out already. Fine, I'll talk. I want to bring an end to this case no matter what it costs me, and I need your help. I tell them everything that happened last night, and I don't hide a single thing. The Departed's wrath, the old book we found at the clock tower, the fact that I killed Michiho, Doryu helping me out, and the spirits I've been seeing on everyone since this morning. You must be kidding me. To think you'd kill someone. I mean, it wasn't my fault, bro. Don't blame him for that. He was controlled by the Departed. Thank you, Doryu. I appreciate that. Insanity or not, murder is still murder. Article 199, a person who kills another person is punished by death penalty or life imprisonment for a definitive term of no less than 5 years. I'd slap the cuffs on you myself if I had them with me. I can see that. Let me just say one thing. The law only applies if the victim is human. What do you mean by that? Oh, come on, stop playing dumb. You know damn well what I mean. There's a definitive chance Michiho Kanikiwa was the Departed. What are you going on about now? There's no way Michiho was... You think there's no way? She's pretty suspicious to me. Doesn't her unnatural attachment and affection for you remind you of the Departed? Please stop. How dare you talk about her love like that? You better watch your mouth too, Miko Doryu. You're also a suspect. Both of you have something in common with the way you approach a villain. Enough, you're being so cruel. Doryu glares at Mashida, her shoulders trembling. She's going to lunge at him at any moment now. Stop, Doryu. Stop, Mashida. Remain silent. I'm gonna remain silent. I want to see where this goes. That's enough, Mashida. I understand why you're suspicious of them, but she's just a kid. Villain, here's my suggestion for you. Investigate Michiho Kanikiwa. Determine whether or not she was really the Departed. But Michiho is already... Even if her corpse is gone, the evidence remains. Search her room. You might find clues about the Departed there. Where did she live? The dormitory near the school. She's in the same dorm as you, right? Yes. It's a good thing we have someone who knows about the dorm with us. Will you help us out? Mr. Villain, are you telling me you suspect Michiho? I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't know, but that's exactly why we need to confirm it. Understood. I'll cooperate since I believe she's innocent. Thanks, Doryu. Hey, villain. You mentioned seeing vengeful spirits. Yes, in fact, there's also one on your back. I guess this must be why I've been feeling weird ever since yesterday. I wonder if the reason only you can see them is because you're the Departed's groom. What are they, anyway? The embodiment of the Departed's curse, most likely. Might be a result of their transformation like the red lights in the school. Perhaps they all look the same because they were born from the same curse. It's not totally impossible, though the fact that the spirits are part human, part insect, definitely raises some questions. Considering one of the Japanese characters composing the name Lord Mushigami means insect, I wonder if there's a connection. The deities of M-Town and the Departed, they really might be connected in some way. What will happen if we just let them be? I don't know for certain, but I have a prediction. Those who are possessed by spirits will grow progressively weaker before they eventually die. I've witnessed it several times. No way, so everyone will die at this rate? Is there anything we can do to avoid it? Considering the number of spirits performing an exorcism is out of the question, our only hope is to exterminate the leader of the spirits, the Departed. They're the cause of this disaster. Once they're gone, everything will go back to normal. Things have gone from worse to horrible at blazing speed. The damage has spread. But our mission remains unchanged. There's something I'd like to ask you, Yasoka. I take out the old book from my bag. Can you help us decipher this book? It's a book about M-Town, a formerly inhabited area near here. Maybe it can also tell us something about the Departed. Can you read it? You're really well versed in these sorts of things. Sure, I'll do my best. I'll try to decipher as much of the book as I can until you all return. Shall we head over to the student dormitory? It's just across from the bus stop in front of the school. Okay. Let me get a save on file. Oh, actually, I wanted to go back. I wanted to upgrade my final item. I forgot about that. That reminds me, I brought new secret objects. Oh, actually, there's like 3 new ones now. What does this do? Reduce 4 damage. Okay. Increases success rate. Yeah, I want this one. There we go. I shall see you later then. Well, in theory, if I don't die. We gotta go here. Wait, she said it was in front of the bus stop? Yeah. There's a bench with paint peeling on every corner. I even see some crushed bugs on the seat. I wish they'd clean this place. Huh? What's that? Doryu seems to have noticed something. Is it a tooth? There's something on the ground near the bench. Got him. Alright, where do I go? Student dormitories this way. Okay. We go along the road and finally reach the dorm, but the front door is locked. Not surprising, given that it's already past curfew. The back door might be open. The door manager is a bit sloppy sometimes. She often forgets to lock the door. Doryu is right. The back door is open. See, I told you. We'll be in trouble if we get caught. Let's hurry. Fortunately for us, the dorm entrance is empty when we get there. Thank goodness the manager isn't here. I thought she'd stay behind with Michiho's disappearance and all. Looks like she went home at her regular time. Wow, what a loyal employee. Shall we look for the key to Michiho's room? The manager has a duplicate, so we'll be fine as long as we find that. Okay.
Kujo.
A row of mailboxes. Based off the number of mailboxes I see, this student dormitory is quite big. Just making sure nothing's hiding along the borders here. There are stairs, though all that lies ahead is darkness. This building has an elevator. I better make use of it.
Yoshi.
This is the administration office where the dorm manager works. The key should be around here. Please wait a minute. I'll take a look. Doryu enters the administration room. I'm the only one in the entrance now. This is bad. If a student happens to come in at this moment, I'm not going to have any good explanation. Not only did I barge in here without permission, but this is a female dormitory. There's no justification for me being here. Come on, get back here soon. My impatience is starting to grow. But then Doryu appears, granting my wish. In her hand is a key with a label attached. Found it. This is the key to Michiho's room. So it was that easy to find, huh? This dorm sure is unsafe. Easy access to keys, and the back door isn't even locked. The key was in the sturdy case with a combination lock. I only know the combination because Michiho told me. Why did Michiho know it? She snooped on the manager once when she was entering it and memorized it. She didn't intend to do anything bad with it, though, probably. Goodness. This should get us into Michiho's room. Her room is on the 4th floor. Let's take the elevator.
Kujo.
Elevator in front of me. It's not a very big one. Probably can only fit 4 or 5 people tops. Let's go to the 4th floor. Once we arrive on the 4th floor, I let Doryu lead us down the hallway. We come to a stop in front of the door with the number 402 on it. This is Michiho's room. The moment Doryu opens the door, I duck into the room. This is not what I was expecting her room to look like. I turn on the light to reveal the whole room. Is this a single room? I only see one bed here. I just sort of assumed you'd be sharing a room since this is a student dormitory. It's not really common, but yes, all the rooms here are single rooms. Well, now that I know this room only has a single occupant, that means that anything I see here is a reflection of Michiho's personality. This doesn't look like a room that a terrifying spirit like the Departed would live in. I'm going to see what I can find. Just wait here. I shall leave the investigating to you. Alright, let's start over here on the side. Aside from the small frog decorations, there's also a plastic fish tank on the shelf. Inside the tank is a dead frog. Because it died on top of a dry stone, its body is completely shriveled up. It's bone dry. Bring the little one? Frog drives away bugs. I mean, that is true. Arg. A whisper suddenly invades my mind. This isn't the first time I've experienced this. A strange voice is speaking to me. Bring the little one. Frog drives away bugs. Yeah, he wants us to take the frog with us. Are they telling me to bring this dead frog somewhere? Yeah. For what reason, I wonder to myself. But the voice in my head never gives me an answer. Sitting here and waiting for an answer will get me nowhere. What I need to do is make a decision. And I've always chosen to follow the guidance of the spirit's whisper. Who knows, maybe this frog has some kind of spiritual power.
Yoshi.
Quo. Her dresser is most likely filled with clothing. There's a stuffed frog doll on the top. Yeah, that thing is terrifying. Should I check her drawers too, just in case? I hesitate a bit, but then I realize there are bigger issues than decorum at play here. Inside the drawers are Michiho's casual clothes. These clothes reveal that she didn't appear to care overly much about fashion, as some of the clothes are very similar to one another. I also inspect the backs just to be sure, but I don't find anything hidden on them. When I close the drawers, something falls to the ground. Is it a tooth? Got him. Mo said lost souls are often seen in places near spiritual disorders. So why is this thing here, then? It's rather curious to find it here, though it's too early to use this as evidence against Michiho. Even if this dorm is cursed, we can't just assume that Michiho was the cause of it. There's a large poster of a loving frog mom and her frog child. Okay. Quo. A calendar with a frog drawing is hanging on the wall. It's already October, but the calendar has remained on August. Koreo. It's a small refrigerator for a single person. There's a few bottles of soda inside. There's a thin layer of dust on the desk, along with a notebook. Froggy Log 3 is written on the cover. As the title suggests, the notebook is all about a frog it seems she was caring for. I see a lot of enthusiastic praise inside things like, oh my god, so cute, or true beauty. There are also some cute drawings that convey her affection toward her pet amphibian. But with no dates mentioned in her entries, it's hard to guess when she wrote these. Other than that, there are a lot of notes about her frog's food. She fed it either crickets, flies, or earthworms, trying to learn what the frog liked the most. Furthermore, she happily noted how the frog would eat the insects.
Yoshi.
There's a frog-shaped board hanging on the wall. I find 2 notes on it. One is a note about raising a frog, and the other is about her summer vacation plans. August 8, school day, go to the clock tower with Haim. That must have been the day when she and Doryu discovered the female doll in the clock tower. A mattress sits atop a typical pipe bed frame. There's a stuffed frog doll sitting by the pillow. She only has a light blanket on the bed. Does she not get cold at night? That concludes my inspection. Did you learn anything, Mr. Villain? Yeah, a lot. Huh, just what did you learn? The resident loves frogs. The resident's preferences changed. The owner of this room loves frogs. The stuffed doll's fish tank in the poster. This place is stuffed to the gills with frogs. That seems like something quite important. Mr. Villain, why would that be important? How do I say it? It's hard to explain, but I just kind of feel it. Oh, alright. Judging by the way she's staring at me, I don't think she's very convinced. There's no sign of life in this room. There's a layer of dust on the desk, and she neglected the frog she'd been raising. Furthermore, the calendar's on August, almost as if time has stopped here. But Michiho came back here every day. She might have returned here, but I honestly doubt that she spent her time here as a human. Oh my god. The Michiho I know loves bugs, but the owner of this room clearly loves frogs. Additionally, from what she wrote in her notebook, she only considers bugs to be food for her frog. That's a pretty drastic change in personality, don't you think? Well, true, but she's always been a fickle person. Her preferences change every once in a while. Last year, she was really into video games, and before that, she was obsessed with puzzles. So honestly, it doesn't seem all that weird. Answer me, Doryu. When did Michiho start liking bugs? It was around the end of August when our summer break ended. Time in this room stopped in August, the same time as her dramatic change in preferences. That can't be coincidence in my book. Something must have happened to Michiho around that time. She turned into a different person after that point. But is person even the right word here? Mr. Villain, are you saying that this room hasn't changed in a long time? And Michiho suddenly changed her interest because she'd become the Departed? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You must be joking. Michiho is the Departed? No, it can't be. Doryu protests frantically. I understand her feelings, I truly do. If Michiho really had changed since the end of August, that means when we first met at school that night, she was already... Yeah, for the entire time I've known Michiho, she was the Departed. The Departed is a spirit. Spirits are already dead. Putting it that way, the Michiho from that time... Mr. Villain, if the Michiho we knew recently was the Departed, what about the real Michiho? It's not hard to imagine. The Departed replaced the real Michiho. Both of them wouldn't have been able to exist at the same time, so... I'm sure she was killed months ago. This can't be real. Our business here is done. We've learned what we wanted to know. Or rather, we learned that we didn't want to know. Yeah. Ever since leaving the dorm, Doryu's had a blank look on her face. I can't blame her. She just lost her best friend a second time. I bet she's got no tears left to cry at this point. I know, she's Ariana Grande. No tears left to cry. You okay? Yes. A short, hollow response. She looks so pale, I'm worried that she might just collapse. Let's head back to the infirmary. We need to share this information with the others. Can we fast travel? This is all coming together now, conspirators. Mashida and Yasaka are waiting for me. I better report our findings with them. You're finally here. What did you find? I tell them the information I learned from the student dormitory. I knew it. Michiho Kanikiwa is the Departed. And now the whole murder in the clock tower is also cleared up. That was just another one of the Departed's tricks. Kanikiwa manipulated you into thinking you killed her. Why did she do that? Probably to destroy your mind with fear. She wanted to drive you insane. Maybe you being insane is one of the Departed's marriage requirements. You're thinking like an insane bride deserves an insane groom. It makes some sense. Killing a student who's in love with you, that certainly would be something that could drive a person mad. My mind would have been shattered had Doryu not shown up that day. Say, Doryu, is the whole avenge Michiho for me promise I made with you still intact? Yes. This doesn't change the fact that the departed still harmed Michiho. Alright, I'll do my best then. Villain, there's something I'd like to tell you. I've deciphered the book you gave me. Appreciate it. This book details an ancient M-Town ritual. Allow me to give you the gist. I jot down what Yasoka says in my notebook. Summary of the old M-Town book. In the past, severe famine devastated M-Town. Residents of the town believed the fury of their deities, Mushigami and Kabigami, were the cause of the tragedy. Hence, shrines were built to worship the deities. Mushigami Shrine was located in downtown, while the Kabigami Shrine was built in the Fox Forest. Mushigami Shrine and Kabigami Shrine are merely halls of worship for the two deities. One an insect deity, the latter a mold deity. The main shrine to both Mushikabi is located elsewhere. Mushikabi Shrine is located deep in the Fox Forest off the road. Only relatives of the priest and Fox, the messenger, know how to get to the shrine. The departed's weddings was held when a great famine occurred in M-Town. Held to wish for the end of the famine. This is also a sacred wedding ceremony where the matched brides and grooms exchange vows before the two deities. This ritual was last held during the Meiji era about 100 years ago. Said that the selected brides and grooms completed the ceremony at Mushigami Shrine, and the Great Famine in M-Town finally came to an end. Because it is a holy ritual, the selection criteria for the brides and grooms was quite stringent. The grooms must be from the priest's family and have impeccable spiritual qualities. As for the brides, they must be pure maidens that come from a descent family. Furthermore, both of them have to be exceptional in all aspects, including their intelligence, lineage, and personality. Hence, the chosen brides and grooms are said to be blessed and are the envy of the town. After she's done explaining the contents of the book, I'm left speechless. Deities named for bugs and mold, the departed's wedding, the bride and groom, and the selection. There are so many things in this book that overlap with the departed's actions and remarks. This book is definitely our way to find out the departed's true identity. Agreed. It feels like we finally managed to get a real look at the departed's history. But Yasoka halts her words, pondering. If there's something on your mind, just say it out loud, Yasoka. Do you not find this strange? If the wedding ritual was a blessed event, like the book said, how could the departed have been born? She has a point. Based on my previous interaction with spirits, they're birthed from grudges. This book probably only covers a sanitized version of the truth. If there's another part shrouded in the darkest adherence, that's the part you'll need to uncover. We already inspected Mushigami Shrine in the corridor and Megami Shrine in the forest during our encounter with Mr. Kakuri. However, we didn't find any clues about the departed. The last one is the Mushikabi Shrine then. There might be something of note there. Mushikabi Shrine is located in the depths of the Fox Forest. We don't have time to explore the whole forest. Then our only choice is to ask the Fox how to get there. Yasoka is referring to the Fox, the messenger of the gods, mentioned in the book. There's a fox in the storage area of the science room, though it doesn't look like a messenger to me. I'm going to need to find another fox. Well, there's one outside. Now that we have a plan, we can finally start the investigation. Yasoka, Mashida, I know I need your help, but this is quite a dangerous case. Why are you willing to help me out? The departed has transformed and grown stronger. They also refer to me as their husband. Alright guys, this is going to be the end of this video. I got like 10 seconds left. Thank you so much for watching. When we come back, we'll continue Chapter 7 and hopefully get to an end to this game